ఢిల్లీలో CJI NV రమణ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు న్యాయ సదస్సులో. ప్రస్తుతం లైవ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చూద్దాం.
After long discussions, you know that morning onwards we are discussing on issues. So far as the issue, much time was taken is about the creation of national and state judicial infrastructure authorities. In principle, everyone, including the Honorable Minister for Law, every one of us in agreement that there is urgent need to strengthen the infrastructure at all levels. And I don't want to repeat whatever I have said in the morning speech about the lack of infrastructure is one of the main cause for the and obstacle to access to justice and delaying the justice. So after elaborate discussion, rest of the resolutions I will read out, and this is the resolution which we have. There is a little change from the resolution which yesterday we passed in the Chief Justice and now we passed. This is the yesterday we passed these two resolutions, that is a National Judicial Infrastructure Authority of India along with complementary state bodies be created as a special purpose vehicle that will act as a chief coordinator as well as driving force for augmentation, creation of judicial infrastructure as per the proposal sent by the Honorable Chief Justice of India to the Union Government. And one more resolution was also passed. This is not that important, but only it is a request made by the Chief Justice and Chief Minister is to consider as a one-time measure, give infrastructure fund to the states. That is, as a one-time measure, central government may consider providing all adequate facilities, financial support to put in place the required infrastructure commensurate with the projected additional strength of judicial officers in terms of 2016 NCMS report submitted in Imtiaz Ahmad case, since the gaps in funding between the funds provided by the central government and the state government is proving to be a hurdle. After elaborate discussions, we passed this is the resolution. So for a JA resolution, we have passed this. In light of the above resolutions, after discussions, there was near unanimity among us the chief ministers in adopting the aforesaid two Chief Justices Conference resolutions relating to such bodies to be established at state level, not national level, state level. However, there was suggestion to include the chief minister or her nominee in the body at the state level. Most of the states have agreed to adopt this model at respective level. This is about the state level authority, and this is the regarding the infrastructure issue which from long time we are asking to create this one. Second thing is about the appointment of judges, and everyone is concerned about delay in appointment of judges and not filling the vacancies, both places, either high courts as well as the district courts also. So suppose high court, district court, we have passed this resolution, that is the effective steps to be taken to ensure that the arrears of cases pending for more than 5 years to be to the extent possible cleared. Sanction strength of judicial officers for district judiciary be increased in phased manner in accordance with the directions issued in the judgment of Imtiaz Ahmad, along with that of requisite subordinate staff, administrative, technical and court case management. C, that the benchmark of required additional strength of judicial officers as delineated by NCMSC in the year 2016 in Imtiaz Ahmad case be met as a first step towards enhancing the sanction strength state-wise and to provide corresponding infrastructure and human resources thereof. D, compliance with the time schedule and directions laid down in the judgment of the Supreme Court in Malik Mazar case. E, the state governments create a cadre of statisticians and data analysts for district courts. F, the state governments provide adequate security to the serving judicial officers. And G, that the state governments provide appropriate benefits or support to the retired judicial officers. This is about the judicial, subordinate judiciary and district judges are concerned. About the High Court judges, we have passed the resolution. All constitutional authorities involved in the judicial appointment process shall scrupulously adhere to the timelines prescribed to them for them as laid down in Supreme Court Record Advocates Association case as well as PLR projects case. And we also considered under Article 2172 about the appointment of the subordinate High Court judges elevation from higher judicial service, basing on their without any further delay, considering into the relevant factors, that is doctrine of merit cum seniority, legitimate expectations, ability, competence of the members, etc. This is about the appointments and infrastructure. Legal aid is concerned, we have today the Supreme Court Legal Service Committee has prepared a vision document, a vision for the future, which I have released, and the Honorable Law Minister has released the online portal, which will shortly, they will give the material for all of you, so we can take into consideration of that. And apart from that, we have also discussed elaborately, Justice Dhananjay Chandrachud presented about the e-courts project which he has taken up and what is happening. This is one more issue. And importantly,
so the resolutions are: the Government of India should provide requisite financial support for developing robust IT infrastructure for high courts and district courts, and further respective state governments shall provide adequate financial support for manpower and procurement, installation, upgradation and maintenance of IT infrastructure. Respective state governments shall endeavour to create a permanent cadre of computer professionals to meet the information and technology requirements of high courts and district courts in consultation with high courts with adequate budgetary provisions. Respective state governments shall provide adequate financial support to meet the digitization needs of the high court and district courts. And we said that follow the model of faster system in the high courts also. Next, the Government of India should ensure that uninterrupted internet connectivity with adequate bandwidth provided in all courts, in particular northeastern states and inaccessible areas of hilly region, and artificial intelligence tools for efficient court and case management has to be adopted. This is the important resolutions. Apart from that, one old resolution that domestic help to the retired high court judges, which is pending long with the government, should be cleared. This is the sum and substance of the 2 days conference. I am happy and thankful to the Government of India, Honorable Law Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, as well Rashtrapati ji for encouraging us and participating in the proceedings. That's all. Thank you very much. And
thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. We'll now take some questions. Number 55.
My question is just to both Chief Justice of India as well as Law Minister. The issue of MOP has been pending now for a very, very long time.
Yes, I'm Sunil Prabhu, NTV. So this member of the MOP, sir, and this predates Rijuju Saab's his predecessor and your predecessors. That nobody has been able to address this core issue. You can say there is delay of appointments, everybody to adhere timelines. There is a National Judicial Appointments Authority which was set up, that has been struck down. After that, an MOP had to be put in place. It is only on an ad hoc basis everything is being done. There is no
more powerful than MOP. If you read the PLR judgment, it is very clear. Time schedule was fixed. That's why we have we reiterated in the resolution that the authorities, whatever constitutional authorities, starting from the initiation to the President, Honorable Prime Minister, the timelines were fixed and they have to follow that. This is what we made a request. MOP is a separate issue. That is not an issue where we can discuss with the chief ministers and all that. That we will discuss in the resolution. Yes, please.
Any other question?
Yes,
yes.
From the print. My question is for the Law Minister. So today in the morning, the Chief Justice of India spoke about government being the biggest litigator. So are there any steps which you are planning to take or proposing to take? Because all of us know that for a couple of years the data shows very clearly that government litigation is simply increasing over the years.
We have taken a very positive step towards litigation policy which is existed. Very positive step towards litigation policy which is existed. We are also looking towards formulating some kind of understanding with all relevant ministries. If you see the guidelines and some of the circulars and rules made by the finance ministry, consultation with the Minister of Law and Justice. So I think we are very much abreast to the situation. Government being the biggest litigating party, we are concerned about this policy which we are envisaging in future also to ensure that we have a very robust litigation policy in our country. And we will also consult the state government because they are also important stakeholders.
Good evening, sir. So this is Narendra from Bar and Bench. So when we talk about the national judicial infrastructure, there's also this glaring incidences of shooting, of bombing incidents in the district judiciary. So,
I have
yeah.
raised that issue with the chief ministers. They assured that they will provide adequate security and that Jammu Kashmir, there is a system, two-level protection system, which we suggested to take care of in this line to the other high courts, other courts also. Yes, please.
CJI sir, you have constantly raised concern about making justice more accessible to the Aam Aadmi. Any discussion on that today?
Mostly
on that only.
Definitely, the problem is all these inputs is accessibility only. Accessibility means if you have enough number of judges, enough number of courts, enough number of infrastructure to approach, definitely accessibility will be more. Adding to that, the hurdles which are creating is that language barrier and other issues which I already mentioned in the morning. We discussed and everybody is happy about those issues and there is no disagreement or not supporting any issue. Only problem is we take decisions ultimately. Somebody has to supervise and somebody has to review and see it is properly implemented. That's all. That is the problem. Taking decisions and ideas, nobody say no. But ultimately it has to be implemented. That is all. Thank you.
Yes, please.